and welcome back to the MLB Perfect in 2018 video. Here's Schimpf from the Schimpf place was popping up. Have a good day. And today we are going to go over some of my tips and tricks for you guys to build a more successful team and gameplay. So let's look at my team's value. Over 34 million coins. 34 billion rather, excuse me. So let's go ahead and get hopped in. Oh, actually, first of all, we want to go to Team Badge here. If you don't know what that is, you go to this little thing here. And there are the actual team badges. If you can do this, I would definitely recommend you would. If you're starting out a new team, I'd recommend having some kind of goal for your team. And say I wanted everyone from San Diego, I would get this boost here. So if all of my 25 players are from the same team, I'd get +4 batter stats and +4 pitcher stats, excluding stamina. But that's not very important. +4 batter stats are really good. So if you have the chance to build a team revolving around a single major league team, players from that team, I definitely want to do that. Boosted players are a little harder, especially for the higher levels, but again, if you can, do it. If you can't, that's not the end of the world. So the other team badges, the ones that are craftable, you can go into all these and craft them. I personally haven't, but you can get some good achievements from them. But these ones, you definitely want to do. They cost about 500 diamonds or so. Something really important to mention is the shape of the badge. For example, this one is a circle, this one's a diamond, this one's a hexagon, I believe. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe hexagon. So basically what that means is per team, you can only have one circle badge, one diamond badge, and one hexagon badge. And that goes for both sides, both the batters and the pitchers. So the ones I have are the compact swing for the top of the lineup. It only affects 2 batters, the 1 and the 2 hitters, but traditionally that's kind of a few of the best people in my lineup. For mid, you definitely want to get something for the middle of your lineup because it affects your 3 hitter, your cleanup hitter, and your 5 hitter, which is certainly good. I personally don't have one for the bottom of my lineup because it's kind of like the worst part of my lineup, and I'd rather value the top and the middle of my lineup. So instead of getting, it's not that one. It's this one for the bottom, and it's not really that good anyways. So, yeah. So now, my recommendation for your batters and pitchers and stuff, you obviously want to have a good bullpen, because you can only use your starters once per game, but you can always use your bullpen, guys. Closers in particular are probably going to be your most affordable priced pitcher in your bullpen, but also being really good. I've noticed that say an 80 overall closer is cheaper than an 80 overall relief pitcher, and most closers are really good, so you definitely want to make sure you have a good closer. I have Brad Hand. He's been good for me. So now the batters, You just want to like do your lineup well, follow the traditional lineup card, in my opinion at least. You know, I have speed at the top. But one of the things that I believe that go underrated is the skill or ability, whatever you want to call it. Skills can be so important. Jorge Posada is a great example because his skill is number 3, which is if he's the number 3 batter, which he has +4 contact and +4 power. That's a great example of why skills are so important. So it only costs like 15 diamonds to change a skill, and you want to find one that will affect your batters in a good way almost all the time. You want to try and avoid fielding, throwing, and eye. You know, maybe that's valued in other spots, but you want to raise your power and contact as much as you can. RBI opportunity, that's fine in my opinion, but if you have a team that's just going to hit a lot of home runs, you may not want to do that. One of the ones that are really good is, I think it's home run hitter. So basically if you put it on your cleanup hitter, he'll have +3 or 4 power rather. So you always want to get that on your cleanup hitter. I have RBI opportunity because I'm kind of low on diamonds. Same goes for pitchers. You know, the starters things are definitely good to get. The starter skill, it's good to get on your starters. I may want to change Ross's skill soon. So, my final tip for you guys is your uniform. If you don't know how to get there, you can either go here, or if you're going to manage equipment, you can click this little uniform button. And then it costs about I think it might be 240 diamonds for 2 weeks, which may sound overpriced, but it increases all stats by 1, so that is definitely nice. My actual final tip, which I forgot to mention, is equipment. Obviously, equipment's going to help your batters, but you want to try and avoid putting equipment on a player if he's putting good equipment on a player if he's not going to stay on your team for very long. So, in combining equipment, like equipment you don't use, I don't really have much good equipment right now. I have a lot of these C-grid equipment. You want to avoid trading away a lot of B-grid equipments and A-grid equipment. And yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And you'll see you guys in the next